Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. Hope your week is getting off to a great start. We are continuing our look through the Gospel of Mark, the words of Jesus, and today we are in Mark chapter 11. We're moving towards the end, and in Mark 11 something strange happens, and it's really just a one. In Mark chapter 11 and verse 12, we read this: "The next day, as they, the disciples and Jesus, were leaving Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And Jesus, seeing in the distance a fig tree and leaf, he went to find out if it had any fruit. And when he reached it, he found nothing but leaves, because it was not the season for figs. And then he said to the tree, 'May no one ever eat fruit from you again.' And his disciples heard him say it." And then the next day, we read on verse 20, "In the morning as they went along, they saw the fig tree withered from the roots, and Peter remembered and said, 'Jesus, Rabbi, look, the fig tree you cursed has withered.' And Jesus said, 'Have faith in God.'" And the point of the story that Jesus is trying to make is that when the fig tree is blooming and the leaves are present, that's also a sign that the figs should be there. And so it was a statement about the people of Israel, about the people who were supposed to have faith in God, and there was no faith. They were hypocrites. It was a statement on the Pharisees. There was no fruit. You look good on the outside, but there was really nothing on the inside. And so that's the point that Jesus is trying to make. And he says to Peter, have faith in God. And they're probably wondering, well, how does faith have to do with anything with these figs? And the point that Jesus is making is if you have faith in God, you're going to trust God to lead you to make the changes that you need to make so that you could draw closer to God and experience the power of the relationship with God. That's really what Jesus wants for us. We're not just looking good on the outside, because we all come to church, generally, we come pretty well dressed. We look good. So we're kind of like those whitewashed tombs sometimes. We look good on the outside, but there's all kinds of pain and we're hurting. We're involved in other things that aren't good. And so we look good on the outside, but on the inside, our hearts are far from God. And so Jesus is saying, have faith in God, trust in God, trust in the process that God has for you, and all things will work out for you. And so that's the point of what Jesus is getting at, because then he says, I tell you the truth, if anyone says to the mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and doesn't doubt in his heart, but believes what God has said, it will happen. And therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe you've received it and it'll be yours. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive him, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you of your sins. And the whole point is all about faith. It's having faith in God to do what God does, because you have drawn closer to God and you have allowed God to heal you and to bring the necessary changes in you, the transformation, so that you not only look good, but the fruit is visible. And so that's a great metaphor that we've heard from the people of Israel, because the fig tree was really in some ways a symbol of the nation. And here the fig tree had no fruit, but it looked good on the outside. How do you look? How do you look on the outside and on the inside? And is it time to let God make those changes in you? We don't do them on our own. We do them with the help of God, because he gives us the power and the strength and the courage to make the changes we need to make. So that's it for today. Have a great day, and God bless you.